Hello, it's Carla from Scrap and Create, and today I am going to show you 3 projects for the month of June that I made using a 2020 collection from Graphic 45. This is Voyage Beneath the Sea. It's a deluxe collector's edition. Those of you that have not seen this is beautiful, beautiful. And I have not been making mini albums, and I did with this collection because there has been no paper that's come out in the past year that I've actually been inspired to make a mini album. So I've been using older collections just because I really don't like what's coming out, but that's just me. You let me know if you like the new stuff that's coming out. That's great. I just like the old classic Graphic 45 paper. So this one, we have a few of these bundles left, the collector's edition that comes with the paper, 3 images each of these designs. Comes with the chipboard elements and the stamps. So let me show you what I made with this collection. So first we have our monthly folio. Doesn't have to be a monthly folio. It's just a simple project that you can make each month using paper. This month, obviously using the Graphic 45 Voyage Beneath the Sea. It's the same dimensions as our others. It is 6.5 by 8 with a 5/8 of an inch spine. So that. Then I did make a mini album, which is 7 1/8 by 9 1/8. And I made this document holder that I will show you also. So we're going to start with our little folio. So this folio, we have a chipboard element from the collection here, a chipboard element up in here, using one of the 4x6 cards here for the front. Like all of them, they have a magnetic closure. Open it up. You come to the inside pocket here. This is an acetate window, scored acetate window that holds our monthly calendar. So if you've been following along, every month I do make a monthly calendar that's free at our website, and I design them with the collection that I'm using so they look like they're part of the collection. So I think that one came out real pretty. That fits in here, and there's more room in here. This is a scored pocket, so there's lots of room in here. You open this up. Here's our notch. You open it up, and you come to this spread. So like most of the folios I've been making, we have these 2 pockets with the centerpiece here. So these are scored pockets, so they do hold lots of stuff in here. And I had to use these seahorses that were facing each other, and I wanted them to face this central panel right here. So I've got the 2 seahorses here. I've got some cut aparts in here that you can put in there, and then we come to our waterfall, which is using this beautiful image, and these hold 4x6 photos, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it ends with I love you more than all the fish in the sea. So you can see that from the front, and then when you lift all those up, in the back you have I'm really a mermaid that's been mounted on black cardstock. This is a sticker from the collection, and this photo is just there to show you how the photo would fit in there. So that's our waterfall. Close this, open this, and then you come to this mermaid. This is a tuck spot. She's mounted on black cardstock, so she's pretty resilient here, and she is holding a photo mat. So your photo would go right in here. I think she is beautiful. So there's our little mermaid. And then on the back side we have a accordion envelope. So we have a ribbon pull, magnetic closure, and then you see it's a deep accordion envelope, so lots more photos, whatever you want to put back in here. And that's our little folio. Here's the spine, and here is the back. So this is a quick project using the collection. Beautiful, beautiful paper. Next, let me show you the mini album. So this mini album measures 7 1/8 by 9 1/8, and it has a 1 5/8 inch spine. So the front cover is using that beautiful image. You will have three of these images. So I used this image a lot because I just thought it was so beautiful. So that is the image we used on the front cover. Cut down and added some strips here. Added the chipboard element here with a brad, a large gold brad, and then some of the ribbon from my stash there. So that is the front cover. The spine has this designer paper with the seahorses. This is mounted on wrapped chipboard, so it does have some dimension there. And I put some of that same ribbon, that deep turquoise ribbon that I have here, and you'll see it sticking out here too. Put that there, so I thought that looks so nice. That looks really nice there. And then in the back, we have this paper, The Sea is Calling and I Must Go. Has the sea here, down here, little flap, and then the mermaid there. So let's open it up. Let me get rid of this stuff here. So you open it up, and on the inside front cover, you come to this mermaid, the same mermaid I used in the little folio. I made another cut apart, mounted her on black cardstock, and this is kind of like a hybrid belly band scored pocket. So this is scored 1/2 inch here and here. And I like these because they're like belly bands, but you never have to worry about any of your, whatever you put in here, sliding down this way or to the center. So I call them these my peekaboo belly band pockets. Using that mermaid again, and here's a chipboard element. The sea is calling and I must go up there. Pull this out with a ribbon, and this is a large photo mat. 5x7 photos easily fit on there. And put that back in here. And then, of course, I had to use the seahorses facing each other. That was a design element I just wanted to keep in this mini album too. And I used this chipboard piece, I Love You More Than All the Fish in the Sea. It has a magnetic closure with a ribbon pull. You open that up, and it's just a simple gatefold. A good 5x7 will fit here. And behind this is a large scored pocket. So I just used one of the Graphic 45 tags. You do not have to use these. You can make your own tags, and added my ribbon and just used the Graphic 45 dies to cut out my paper. But you do not have to use this. You can make your own, and I'll show you how I did my own on the other side. So you turn this, and then you come to this large acetate window, and it kind of looks like the sea. I put some stuff in there. It's not a true shaker because I didn't really give it a lot of dimension, but there's enough flowing in there that it kind of looks like the sea, and that was my intent. I don't like the glare there, but this kind of looks like an aquarium or underneath the sea, and it's a pretty deep pocket. It's scored also. And then I made this large tag and used an eyelet here, and then I had my little eyelet closure on the back side, so it's not rough. It has a little, I forgot what those are called. I can't remember, but you pound those in so it makes it nice and smooth on the back side. So that goes back in there, and there's more room back in here. There's lots of room back in here. And I just loved how this continues up and through here. So that was that page. Then we come to this page. This has a chipboard element here, a ribbon pull, so you pull this up, magnetic closure, pull that up, goes like this, and then you have this large pocket, scored pocket here. Put a booklet here with the matching guy, with the underwater guy. What are these underwater guys called? Oh my God, I can't remember. But these guys. And then this also opens up this way. So it opens up like this and then like this. So lots of photo opportunity there. You turn the page, and these are all pocket pages, but I normally don't put anything in there. I don't find them very useful. So I might shut this, but I'm not sure yet. Then you come to this, the back side of this page, and we have a large pocket. This has 1/8 of an inch gusset up here. This is a magnetic closure, and it has this beautiful image here. Open this up, and you come to this large pocket here, scored pocket. I just made another booklet and another photo mat. Put those in here, and this is what the top looks like. So it's like that. So that closes, and then you come to the back inside cover, and we have our 4x6 waterfall here, using this 4x6 image from the collection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the back you have a little pocket, tuck pocket here. And then this is using another chipboard piece for the closure there. And then back here, this is a large pocket. It goes all the way to the bottom. So this waterfall is put on top of this large, this is like a accordion type pocket here. So lots of room in there. And what I was thinking of putting in there was I started making a little journal, but I never finished it. So I was getting the paper ready, and then I was going to sew it into this envelope and then make this into a little journal and put that back in here, but I have not finished that. But this will hold lots of stuff. So whatever you want to put back in there, you can. And then it just closes up. And this is a solid album. I wrap all my albums. I don't like those albums that are just using the score tape, not the score tape, the construction tape or any kind of black tape, just because their spines are always wobbly. And since I'm an anatomist, I always tell my students the spine is the most important part of anything. A book, the body, it carries all the weight, so I want a strong spine. So my spines are strong. I do wrap them and use the black construction tape all the way around, so this will never tear, and it looks really nice, and it feels good. So this is the mini album I made. And the last thing is, about a year ago, Natasha from Treasure Books made these, and I'll link her video down below on how these are made. And what these are, they hold policy envelopes. These are 6x9 policy envelopes. So any important documents you can put in here. And this paper, look at this. This is Stamperia. Time is an illusion. I am going to make another one of these once I figure out exactly how I want to do it. I just love this image. Isn't she just gorgeous? And this is using ribbon with an accordion type binding system there. And I just used the ribbon to close it off. And you'll see that in Natasha's video. So I wanted to use this paper and make my own with this paper. Same thing. This is 6 1/8 by 9, 6 1/8 by 9 1/8. And what I did is I mounted this on chipboard and then covered the chipboard with the black construction tape. I didn't wrap it with the designer paper. This is wrapped with designer paper, and I just wanted to protect the paper, so I did. I wanted to protect the book, so I added the black construction tape, and then instead of using designer paper, I used 85-pound black cardstock, high quality black cardstock that I folded into accordion type binding there. And then I wanted to try something different. Because these are top loading, whatever documents you have in here, I just thought, oh, this is hard to get to. I wanted to try something different. And I wasn't, this is just so generic. It looks like Office Depot 6x9 policy envelopes, which it is. So I went to envelopes.com and found different types of policy envelopes. Here's a black, a little more elegant, and these are made with, and here's your basic one. They're the same size, 6x9. These are 32-pound cardstock. Here's another one made of craft paper, 32-pound cardstock. Here's this one. Shows you it's 32 pounds. This is a color I thought might work with this collection, but it was a little too bright and overpowering, so I need to find a different color. And I also wanted to try some side-loading pockets. So they had 6x9, they call them booklet envelopes, made with 32-pound cardstock. I thought I would try this. And here's one of the 32-pound booklet envelopes with a window. Thought, well, that would be nice. You can actually see what's inside your pocket. And here is another one I got, just a different color, yellow. This was a little too bright, but it's very pretty, so I'll probably use it for something else. But let me show you what I came up with inside. Number one, when you put stuff in these policy envelopes, they will expand. And when you do a binding like this on the spine, it doesn't allow for much expansion. So you don't have room for much expansion in there. So Natasha did show how to do, you don't put anything here, so you have unlimited expansion here. And what I came up with was using the pink envelopes, and then they're like this. So they just fold in. You have access to all the envelopes. They're all side loading like this. I didn't want to use this flap. I folded in the flap. I didn't want to use it. I want to reinforce this part of the envelope because you're taking stuff in and out. So I folded in that closure so you have easy access to what's in here. And then I wanted to make sure I could close this whole thing so nothing would fall out. So I came up with this tunnel channel. It's like a little channel. I'm sure you've seen these. And this is reinforced with, this is reinforced. It is real strong. This will never tear. I used packing tape around this craft cardstock. And this is all scored here, so it's rounded and it will expand as needed. This just fits right in that tunnel like that. And it holds it all close so nothing will fall out, and it will expand. If you need more room, it's going to expand. So I thought that was a really cool idea, and I want to work on this and make another one using this paper. I still have this, and then make another one using this because She is gorgeous. So those were what I did for June. This will have a tutorial. This you can see the tutorial from Natasha. From Treasured Books. I will give you the tutorial and you will see how she makes this. I just modified mine a little bit. And this one, I don't really have a tutorial. If you want one, let me know. But I would have to get to that at a later date. But this paper, if you have not seen it, is gorgeous. So I will be back in July with one more project. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing this after July, but we will see. Depends on what paper's out there. I just need to get some paper that inspires me. If I'm not inspired, I can't make anything. But let me know in the comments below what you think of this paper, and I will see you guys in July. Bye.